Hi everyone! Welcome back to my channel. I've been seeing this trend pop up on my YouTube feed and I thought, why not join in? Today I'm going to be sharing a list of things I am not going to be buying in 2025, or at least being really conscious of not buying. But mostly just trying to not buy these things. This video was inspired by Amanda Nakano. She did an amazing job at breaking down her own list, so definitely check her video out as well. I'll try to link it in the description if I can. If not, I'm also going to put it up here as well so you know what to look for. Also, if you're coming from my TikTok or my Instagram, just thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here and supporting my content. I really appreciate that. It truly means the world to me, honestly. But I'll stop yapping and we'll get into it. Number 1. Blind boxes, aka Labubus and Sunny Angels. I know these are super popular. I just don't personally vibe with these. I know there will also be people out there who don't vibe with like Kirby, and that's completely okay. That's totally fine. I just don't vibe with these. The random element of the mystery blind box annoys me a little bit because I'd rather just buy something that I actually want instead of gambling on what I might possibly get. Plus, I also have a material wish list. I write down things at the start of the year that I want. I write them all down here just to have a checklist of everything that I'm wanting to work towards. I find this helps me to actually avoid impulse buys and work towards the things I actually want. I'm basically trying to be more mindful of how I spend my money and what I spend it on, so I find that list really helps. Number 2, coffee from cafes. I love coffee, but buying it all the time, that's a habit I'm definitely cutting back on. Now I only grab a coffee if I genuinely want it. Otherwise I can make it at home, right? And not just get it because I'm out with friends or feel obligated to. And honestly, it's okay just to be like, I'm good for now. I don't want this at the moment. Even with friends. Making it at home truly saves me so much money. I also get to control exactly what I put in it, which is great too. Number 3, purses and shoes. I just have too many, enough said. If I do get something new, I've been wanting to implement this habit where if I get something new, it's to replace something that I already own. Otherwise, I don't need any more shoes or bags cluttering up my space because that gets really overwhelming. And also, just use the shoes, you know what I mean? Just use the bags. I have so many. I've thrifted so many shoes and bags over the years, and it's okay to cut back. It truly is. And now I only replace shoes or bags if I really need to. Number 4, beauty gimmicks. If I have to explain a beauty product to my mom, it's probably a gimmick. Like the things like the peel off lip stains, overly hyped beauty gadgets, and random trendy tools. I'm honestly skipping all of these. I don't even use hair products or tools that often. So for me, it's just not worth buying all of that if I don't even use it in the first place, right? I still love makeup as well, but I already have my go-to staples. I don't need to buy every single makeup product. I actually just decluttered a bunch of makeup in this video here if you want to go take a watch. I just showed my whole process of decluttering that. But anyways, basically, I just feel like I don't need to add to things if the things I have already work. Number 5. Cups and tumblers, and I'm yelling at myself for this one. These get me every time. I'll see a cute cup or a tumbler and I'm like, I want it. But then I'm like, do I really need this? Probably not. Absolutely not. Not even probably not, just absolutely not. At this point, I truly have more than enough, and I'm so grateful for that as well. And really, how many drink holders does one need? If I ever get another one, it's because I'm replacing old broken ones, because truly I have so many. Number 6, books. I love books, but they really start to add up in both cost and in space. So now I mainly stick to the Libby app, which is free and I highly recommend it. It's amazing. My local library, also free, highly recommend, and my Kindle, because books are way cheaper and they don't take up space. But I'm also just generally cutting back on buying books in general, even digital books, because I have so many that I haven't read yet, and I want to get through a lot of them before I even think about buying another book, right? I have to hold myself accountable to that. And really, if I really want a physical copy, I'm getting it secondhand. Literally, I think 95% of my books are secondhand. obviously except for like Kindle ones, but like physical books, most of them are used from the thrift store, from local library sales or whatever it is. But overall, I'm slowing down on buying books in general. Number 7, getting my nails done. And honestly, I've never really been a nails done every month type of gal. In fact, I didn't actually get my nails professionally done until I was 22. I'm 24 now, and I've only done it twice in my life, for my 22nd and my 23rd birthday. I also have gel polish and an old V-Light at home, so if I ever feel like doing my nails, I can just literally do them myself in a much cheaper way. Number 8. Single-use items and cheap fast fashion. I've been making an effort to cut down and also cut out on single-use items and replace them with more sustainable alternatives. For example, using cloths instead of paper towels, and thrifting higher quality items as opposed to buying cheap disposable things. That being said, I also want to acknowledge that not everybody has the financial means to buy quality, and that's okay. I've been there as well. I grew up low income, and I totally know how that feels. And survival comes first, honestly, before all things. Just personally for me, since I do have the means, I try to avoid stores like Shein, and I opt for secondhand or better quality pieces instead at a discounted price. I don't buy things like Lululemon or high quality items like that new. I just try to get them thrifted if I can. I promise you, if I can find them, you probably can too. Number 9 is makeup bags. Fun fact, I don't think I've ever actually bought a makeup bag. I'm trying to remember. I don't think I did. But basically every makeup bag I have has either been gifted to me or handed down from my mom when she didn't want it anymore. And that kind of proves my point. I don't need really any more than just 1 or 2. I've already decluttered some of mine, and honestly, if you have a drawer to store your makeup in, you might not even need the bag at all. Number 10, we're on the last one. Number 10 is perfume. I don't really wear perfume much anymore, and a big reason is my workplace. We have a no fragrance policy due to allergies, which I totally understand. So for me, there's really no point in buying any new fragrances because I already have 2 that I love. One of them is the Black Opium perfume by Yves Saint Laurent. The other one is Daisy by Marc Jacobs, I believe. But there's no point in me buying perfumes if I'm barely gonna use them as is, right? And honestly, the bottles take forever to finish anyways. I've had my Black Opium perfume since, I don't even remember. Do perfumes expire? Let me know. I have some final thoughts here I'd like to discuss. I totally agree with Amanda in her video when she said once she moved out and started making her own money, she went a little crazy with the spending, and I relate to that as well. I had a budget, but I didn't always stick with it due to lack of self-control. But the truth is, we're always being influenced to buy all of these things. Still have a lot of stuff in my home, as you can probably tell by the background, but a good chunk of it is secondhand. I'd have to say probably at least 80% of everything in this house, genuinely. The only things we haven't really, or we've gotten them on sale too. But that's why I always encourage thrifting and buying used wherever possible. And these days, I try to really pause and think before I make a purchase. First, I ask myself, do I really need this? Do I already own something similar? And is this an impulse buy? These 3 questions really help me to narrow down if I need something or not, if it's a requirement for me to have, or if it would really benefit my life to own an item. Most of the time, that little moment of reflection really stops me from making unnecessary purchases. And in this economy, that's more important than ever, truly is. Also, financial literacy is something that I wish I learned earlier in my life. But thankfully, YouTube has been such an amazing resource for learning about budgeting, saving, and stocks as well. If you haven't already, I'd highly recommend looking into personal finance videos from experts. They can really make such a huge difference. So that's my list of things I'm not buying in 2025. Let me know in the comments, what is something that you're cutting back on this year? What is something you're just cutting out? I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe if you like me, and turn on your notifications to get notified of every upload I do. And again, if you haven't seen Amanda's video, I'll link it below for you to check out. But here it is again on the screen for you as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!